Go ahead, Commissioner.
You are also the guy who tweeted na hindi mapipili si Kai Sotto. And of course, you got a lot of reactions from that.
Oh my God, the hate.
As usual. But you're a professional journalist. That is your job. Bakit din mo nakita yun, Homer? Why did you say na scouts were telling you, a top agent told you na hindi mapipili si Kai Sotto?
Well, there were two basic things. Number one, Kai is a defensive liability. In the NBA right now, where they switch everything, Commissioner, Kai Sotto cannot guard anybody. If you look at the NBA Finals, Game 2 of the NBA Finals with the Boston Celtics won, right? The Warriors tried to go big with Kevin Looney. You know what the Celtics did? They went 5 out, meaning to say, all can shoot threes, no more big, and what happened? The Boston Celtics won. That's Game 1, I'm sorry. So the same thing with Kai. What the scouts have been telling me, what the top flight agent told me was that the defense, lack of lateral movement, lack of physicality, lahat. And so the offense was, even in the interview last night, Kai acknowledged it. Sabi niya sa defense, medyo nahihirapan siya. It's a part which he needs to grow. And I have been told this weeks before, so alam ko na. And that's why when I tweeted it, it came from a place of reporting. I'm not a cheerleader. Believe it or not, I love Kai Sotto. I like him to be in the NBA draft. I would interview him. It would be so great na isang Pilipino, di ba? I told you here, Commissioner, na
absolutely.
Many times I feel envy. I've been to 19 NBA finals. And I always envy when a player right there, like Ginobili, and then the Argentine reporters will be there speaking their own tongue. And it's like, kailan ka darating ang panahon where I could walk in there and like, hey, Sky, kumusta? Pwede bang ano bang It's so great. It's just like interpersonal interview. I like Kai Sotto, but I have to report what I heard from the industry. And that's what I was told. That's why I was so confident na hindi siya ma-draft.
Alam mo, haters will hate, Homer. We know that, and you guys only report facts and what you've been hearing. Henry, talking about what has been heard, sabi ni Kai kahapon sa kanyang interview, 8 out of 12 workouts lamang ang inattendan niya. He got injured with a minor ankle sprain, and he was told that he needed to get stronger and maybe get better, as Homer said, on defense. Ang tanong ko, Henry, bakit kaya itinuloy pa? Alam na nila na merong mga liabilities, may mga ganyang balita na hindi siya bakit niya itinuloy yung pagpasok sa NBA draft?
I'll play the devil's advocate now. I think it's good. For a 20-year-old, 7'2", you can teach height, no? He has it. How he develops it from 20 years old as he is now, then that's another thing. There are weaknesses in his game, definitely, and I have a feeling he's not the center. He's actually a small power forward. He needs to improve on the skills. So offensive skills, perimeter shooting, very important because he can bang with the players inside it. Because I think it's a little read thin, no, for his size. So I think, but again, I give the credit na he has played 1 year in the Australian Basketball League. More seasoning, I think he can come back, no. It might be a more torturous road, no? But the NBA dream of Kai Sotto remains alive, no? I have a feeling somewhere along the way, if he goes maybe somewhere to Europe to strengthen not only his game, also his body, everything, no? Maybe we are thinking of sinubok na siya kagad, no? At 20-year-old. Maybe there's a chance. We don't even know. Alam mo, Com and Homer, a lot of players just went into the training camp. They make a big good contact, baka sakali. But he has always that fallback. Goes back to Australia for the Adelaide 36ers where he has a contact. And maybe take a flyer somewhere along this season. Baka maka 10-day contract. So the road, it's merely a road bump, no? It's not with the NBA. I think he still has a long way to go. But remember, how many of us are still 20 years old and 7'2"?
Well, maraming nagsasabi niya.
Let me qualify one thing, Commissioner. Let me qualify one thing. According to the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, a player like Kai Sotto, who is considered an international player, he is in the eyes of the NBA's collective bargaining agreement, he's called what they say auto-eligible. Meaning to say, once you enter your name in the NBA draft, you cannot withdraw. That's why even though
Okay.
that's why even when the reviews were very negative, they chose to stay there because they have no choice.
Okay.
And only this, and the second most important thing that people need to know is in the NBA, according to the NBA collective bargaining agreement, you can only enter the NBA draft twice. So Kai Sotto already busted once this year. If he doesn't make it next year, he no longer can enter the NBA draft. He can only enter as a free agent. So yun, importante. That's why, kasi ang agent ni Kai made it appear like they can withdraw. No, they couldn't withdraw. Once you cash your stone in there and say, I'm gonna enter the draft, you cannot withdraw.